Welcome, everyone. Today's video is not just another motivational video. This is a wake-up call, a reminder, a life-altering message. Today, we're not talking about dreams. We're talking about what turns those dreams into reality. Consistency. Let me say something from my heart. Talent is nothing without consistency. In fact, I've seen so many talented people sitting at home doing nothing with their lives, and I've seen average people doing extraordinary things just because they showed up every single day. You don't need to be the smartest. You don't need to be the richest. You don't need to have perfect English, perfect background, or perfect support. What you need is this. Pick one thing and work on it every single day. Because in the end, your life is built by what you do repeatedly. Today, I will explain everything about the power of consistency. From the very beginning, I will give you real-life examples, stories that will shake your soul, simple, clear language so even a beginner can understand. If you truly want to grow, if you want to stop quitting, if you want to live your dream life, then watch till the very end. This video is built on truth. It's not fake motivation. It's not sugar-coated. It's real because real change comes from real words. If you feel stuck, tired, or like you're not moving forward, this is for you. Not to just inspire you for a moment, but to wake up something powerful inside you. Let's talk about the one thing that can change your entire life: consistency. And remember, on this channel, you don't just learn English. You learn how to live. You learn how to grow. So subscribe now, and let's start this journey together to learn something new every single day. 1. What is consistency? Let's begin at the very root. What is consistency? Consistency is showing up again and again, even when you're tired, even when you're not in the mood, even when you're scared, broken, and no one is clapping for you. You still show up. It means doing something small every day instead of doing something big once and never again. It's not about being perfect. It's about being present over and over and over. Let's take an example. If you want to become fluent in English, do you think you'll learn it in one day? 1 week? Number. But if you speak 5 new sentences every day, watch 1 English video every day, read a small paragraph every day, what happens in 6 months? 1 year. Your mind starts thinking in English. Your tongue becomes confident. That's consistency. Here's another one. Imagine you want to get fit. You go to the gym one day and exercise like crazy for 3 hours, and then you don't go again for 2 months. Will anything change? Number. But if you walk just 30 minutes every day, do 20 push-ups, eat a little better, in 3 months you'll feel different. In 6 months, people will notice. In 1 year, you'll transform. The problem is people want quick results, so they try big things once and then stop. But those who win are the ones who do small things with big love and big discipline every day. Consistency is not magic, but the results it gives feel like magic. 2. Why do people fail without consistency? Let me be brutally honest. Most people are not failing because of lack of intelligence. They are failing because of lack of discipline, lack of patience, lack of consistency. Let me tell you the truth that no one tells you. Winners are not special. They are simply consistent. I know people who started with nothing. No money, no support, no followers, no confidence. But they chose one thing and showed up for it every single day. Now they're building businesses, inspiring people, living their dreams, not because they're lucky, but because they're consistent. Let me give you a powerful example. Do you know about the bamboo tree? When you plant a bamboo seed, nothing grows for 5 years. You water it every day, you give it sunlight, you give it time, but nothing happens. Then suddenly, in the 5th year, the bamboo shoots up to 80 feet in just 6 weeks. So the question is, did it grow in 6 weeks or 5 years? The answer is 5 years because for all those years, its roots were growing underground. That's how life is. You may not see results in the first few months, but if you stop, you kill your own growth. If you keep going, one day you rise. And when you rise fast. Never mistake slow growth for no growth. 3. How consistency builds self-respect. This is one of the most underrated benefits of consistency. It doesn't just build skills, it builds you. Every time you say, I'll wake up early, and you do it, you build trust with yourself. Every time you say, I'll practice today, and you actually do it, you start to feel stronger, prouder, more confident. But every time you say something and don't do it, you lose a little bit of your own respect. You start believing, I can't stick to anything. I'm lazy. I'll never change. That's dangerous because how you see yourself affects how you live your life. But here's the good news. You can rebuild your self-respect. Just start being consistent with one small habit. Maybe it's reading 1 page a day. Maybe it's learning 3 new English words a day. Maybe it's waking up 10 minutes earlier. Whatever it is, stick to it every day. Soon your mind will say, I'm not lazy. I'm a doer. I'm consistent. I'm powerful. And from there, everything starts changing. 4. Consistency is the bridge between dreams and reality. Dreams are beautiful, but dreams without action are just dreams. Everyone dreams of becoming rich, fluent, fit, confident, respected, but not everyone is ready to walk the bridge. That bridge is called consistency. Without it, dreams stay in your head. With it, dreams turn into goals, goals turn into plans, plans turn into reality. Let me tell you about J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter. She was rejected by 12 publishers. She was a single mother, broke, depressed, but she kept writing every day, even when nobody believed in her. And one day, her book was accepted. Now she's one of the most successful authors in the world. What if she gave up? What if she stopped writing? The world would never know Harry Potter. That's what consistency does. It brings hidden magic into the world. The same is true for your life. You have a gift, a light, a voice. But unless you show up every day, the world will never see it. So ask yourself, will you keep quitting on your dream, or will you show up every day until your dream becomes your life? 5. Motivation will fail you, but consistency will save you. Here's a hard truth. Motivation is a liar. When you feel motivated, everything feels easy. You wake up early, you do the work, you feel like a superhero. But what about the next day? When it's raining, when you feel tired, when life hits you with a problem, suddenly that motivation is gone. You don't feel like doing anything. And that's where most people give up. They think, if I'm not feeling it, I can't do it. But the people who win in life, they know something powerful. You don't need motivation. You need consistency. Let me give you an example you'll never forget. Imagine a mother with a newborn baby. She wakes up at 2 a.m. She feeds the baby. She holds the baby. She sings lullabies. She hasn't slept properly for days. She's exhausted. Now ask yourself, is she motivated every night? Number, is she inspired every time the baby cries? Of course not, but she still does it. Why? Because she has a deep reason, because it's her responsibility, because love and purpose are bigger than mood. That's real consistency. And if you treat your dreams with the same love, the same seriousness, the same responsibility, you'll stop waiting for motivation. You'll start showing up no matter what. Consistency is doing the right thing, even when you don't feel like it. Winners don't depend on mood, they depend on discipline. 6. Small steps every day create massive results over time. Most people overestimate what they can do in a day, but underestimate what they can achieve in a year. They want big changes fast, so they try to study 10 hours in one day. They try to lose 10 kilograms in a week. They try to build a business in 2 months. And when they don't see instant results, they give up. They start saying things like, it's not working. Maybe it's not for me. I'm not seeing any progress. But here's the truth. Success is not a one-day event. It's a slow build, a daily commitment. Let me tell you a true story. There was a man who decided to write just one sentence a day. He wanted to write a book, but he had no time. So he said, I'll write just one sentence daily. No pressure, just one. Some days he wrote more. Some days he wrote only that one line. But he never stopped. After 1 year, he had finished his book. Not because he rushed, but because he remained consistent. This is the secret. A small drop of water falling every day can break the strongest rock. Not because the drop is powerful, but because of repetition. You don't need to do everything today. You just need to do something every day. And if you keep going, one day you'll wake up and realize you have built something huge. Success is built in silence, one small step at a time. 7. Consistency turns struggle into strength. Struggles are not meant to stop you, they are meant to shape you. But the only way they shape you is when you keep going through them, not when you run away. Let me ask you, what happens when you go to the gym for the first time? It hurts, right? Your muscles feel sore. You feel weak. You feel like quitting. But what if you go again and again every day? That pain turns into power. That weakness turns into strength. That shaken hand turns into solid muscle. Now apply the same logic to everything in life. To learning, to discipline, to language, to confidence. At first it feels uncomfortable. You make mistakes. People may laugh. You may feel like a failure. But if you stay consistent, you turn your biggest weakness into your biggest weapon. Let me give you a powerful example. There was a boy who couldn't speak clearly. He stammered every time he stood to speak. People laughed, his classmates mocked him. Even his teacher told him to avoid public speaking. But he refused to give up. He practiced in front of the mirror every single day. He read books aloud. He recorded himself and listened. He joined debate clubs, even though people laughed. Now that boy is one of the greatest speakers in the world. His name, Eric Thomas, a world-renowned motivational speaker. What made him unstoppable? Consistency and struggle. Remember, this pain is temporary, but quitting makes it permanent. 8. Consistency teaches you to respect time. Time is your greatest resource. But here's the truth. If you don't respect time, time won't respect you. And the best way to respect time, be consistent with it. Let me ask you this. How many hours do we waste scrolling on our phones, watching things that don't add value, complaining, overthinking, doing nothing? Now imagine if you used even one of those hours every day to build something meaningful, to read, to practice, to create, to grow. In 1 month, you'd be sharper. In 6 months, you'd be unrecognizable. In 1 year, your entire life would be different. There's a saying, don't say you don't have time. You have the same 24 hours as everyone else. Look at someone who is consistent. Their time feels powerful. It's because they use it intentionally. Let me give you a life-changing example. There was a man working at a petrol pump. He had a dream to clear the UPSC exam and become an officer. But he worked 12 hours a day, no coaching, no support. So what did he do? Every day after work, he studied for 2 hours. Every morning, he revised for 30 minutes. No matter how tired he was, he stayed consistent. People laughed. His relatives said, "It's impossible." But after 3 years, he passed. From petrol pump to officer. His journey was powered by consistent time investment. So ask yourself, how are you using your time today? Time is not the issue. Your consistency with time is the real question. Remember, you don't have to be the smartest, the fastest, or the most talented. You just have to keep showing up. One small step every day can create a life you once dreamed of. Consistency is not hard. It just takes heart. On the English Avenue channel, you don't just learn English, you learn life. So if this video woke something inside you, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more powerful lessons every single day.